Welcome to Innerji, Tarot Astrology, and all things metaphysical. I'm Leslie Levy, and today we're going to talk about the Sun moving into the sign of Scorpio. That will happen on Friday, the 23rd of October, and that is Australian Daylight Savings Time. So the dates can vary a little bit depending on where you are in the world. So Sun in Scorpio. What are the attributes of Scorpio energy? Well, for starters, it is fixed water. So when we have a sign that is fixed, it means that this is an energy where things can be maintained easily. They're good at being there for the long haul. With water, water is about our emotions, about going in deep, and fixed water, Scorpio is like a deep lake. Scorpio energy is one of really deep emotions. It is also a negative polarity or a feminine energy. In other words, it's an energy that is more passive, more inward rather than outward. So what does this mean for you if you're a person who was born in the sun sign of Scorpio, have your moon in Scorpio, or perhaps have a Scorpio ascendant? Well, it means that overall you're a more quiet person. You're a little more reserved than some of the other star signs. It also means that you are more inward looking. Now, the sign is ruled by Mars. Now, Mars is a very fiery, feisty planet. It's direct, it's out there, it's a go-getter. But with Mars ruling Scorpio with that feminine side to it, it means that we redirect that energy more inwards rather than outwards. So this brings a real intensity of being to the Scorpio personality. The other thing I will say about Scorpio energy is that they're quite intuitive, bordering on to being quite psychic. There is an interest in the occult or things that are a little more unusual. They're deeply emotional, very perceptive, very good at picking up on what's going on with other people. The other thing I'll say about Scorpio is that they're very loyal and they're very protective. But Scorpio, if things go west for you, if things aren't so good, then the more negative side of you can come forward. You can be quite demanding. You can be very possessive, not just of things, but of other people as well. Jealousy is something that can come up for you quite easily when you fall into a more negative outlook on life. You can be unforgiving, and you can be one that will sit and plot your revenge if someone has done something to you or done something to someone that you care about. Scorpio energy also is very loyal. You're good at keeping secrets. If I ever want to share a secret with anyone, I'll share it with a Scorpio because I know they won't tell. Unless they want to get revenge on me, of course. No, all kidding aside though. But Scorpios are so private that they're great at keeping other people's secrets as well as their own. Overall, they're honest and they have integrity. They can't stand people who lie or people who are deceitful. They need to be understood by others, but they're so private that it can be really hard for them to be open and vulnerable to other people. So with the Sun in Scorpio for this coming month, from the 23rd of October, we can now look at that energy overall. We've talked about the Scorpio personality, but how would that energy apply in your life if you are not a Scorpio? Well, that's the theme of the month. The theme of the month is looking more deeply at our emotions, diving deep into those emotions that sometimes we don't even want to admit to ourselves, looking at them, bringing them to the surface and dealing with them. The other thing about Scorpio energy for the coming month overall is that it is about being more loyal. It is about keeping the secrets that need to be kept, but not be so private that you're not open to people getting to know you a little bit better. So the energy for this month is looking at the shadow of who we are in the private aspects of our being and seeing where perhaps we can be more open, allowing ourselves to be a little bit more vulnerable. So with the Sun in Scorpio, let's do a reading to see what the month holds. I'm just going to shuffle the cards and we're just going to come up with an overall theme for the month of Scorpio to get a little feel for what the energies will be like. And so the theme for the month is trust your talents in these changing times. I don't think that could be any more appropriate, considering we have very difficult changing times around the world regarding COVID, regarding how we live our lives. So the theme for this month is the Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in these changing times. And this card is telling me that for this coming month with Sun in Scorpio, it is about being more street smart. It's not just about being intelligent or studying harder. It is about being street smart in your day-to-day life and using the skills and the talents that you already have. Now let's look at some tarot cards. The deck is shuffled, so I'm going to lay out 3 cards for the first week of the month of Sun in Scorpio. Remember, beginning the 23rd of October. And the cards for week 2. Cards for week 3. And cards for week 4. So turning over the first card. So this is week 1 for Sun in Scorpio. And remember, this applies for everyone, but particularly if you were born in the Sun sign of Scorpio. So happy birthday for this Scorpio month. If your moon is in Scorpio or your ascendant is in Scorpio. But this applies generally for the theme of Scorpio for this coming month for everyone. So we've got to begin with, we've got the 8 of Pentacles. So this first week of Scorpio, it is about just keeping on, keeping on. We can see we've got the gentleman who is repeatedly making the coins or the pentacles one after the other to the same quality. So at the start of the week, it is about just keep on doing what you're doing. Keep your routines in place. Don't change your routines. Keep producing. Keep doing what it is that you need to do. We've got the Knight of Cups, and so also this first week of the Sun in Scorpio, it is about being a little bit more careful with your emotions. We can see that the Knight is holding onto this cup very carefully. He's reining his horse in so that the horse is stepping carefully because he does not want to spill a drop. And so this is about keeping a good lookout on your emotions, keeping an eye out for how you are emotionally feeling and really looking at those emotions in detail. And the third card for week 1, the World reversed. So I feel that this is a week of being a little more contained, which will sit well with that Scorpio energy, where the energy is more private, more inward rather than outward. And so I feel that this first week in Scorpio, the message is just keep doing what you've been doing, keep the routines in place. It is time to maybe look a little more carefully at your emotions and how you are expressing them in the world. And it is staying a little bit closer to home and being more contained and really feeling that Scorpio energy and how you could better utilize it. Moving on to week 2, the Sun in Scorpio. And the first card we have is the 4 of Coins. So for this second week of Scorpio, it is about looking at money, looking at finances, looking at what you need to hold on to, what you need to look at to put away for a nest egg. It is about looking at what your expenditure has been like. Have you been overspending? Or perhaps you haven't been spending on the things that you really need to. So this coming week is about prioritizing money. And of course, our theme about being street smart applies here when it comes to your finances. Card position number 2. Yes, definitely. This is about holding on to your money more than spending it. Because if you overspend, by the time you get to the end of the week or the end of the month, the budget is not going to be looking terribly healthy. So I feel unless you stay aware, you use your skills and talents around handling your money, you are going to come off a little bit more poor because of overspending. And the final card is the Six of Pentacles. And here we have a row. They're all following each other in order. And so this is saying that, you know, it is about getting your money in balance, not about giving too much to others, but not about hoarding it completely either. So this second week is all about looking at your budget, looking at what you're holding on to, looking at what you are paying out, and getting the balance between the two so that you don't finish the week off feeling worse financially than you were at the beginning. Moving on to week 3, and we have the Two of Pentacles reversed. So week 3, there's going to be less juggling for you. Once you get the finances sorted out, you're going to be more clear about how you can move ahead with your finances, how you can manage expenditure and income. Moving on to the second card for week 3. We have the Six of Swords. So following this theme of finances for the third week, once you know what you're doing with your money, you've got it sorted out, you will be able to move into calmer waters. You will have a better handle on your expenditure. You will have better plans, because swords represent plans. They can represent ideas and thoughts. So you'll have a better way moving forward in how you manage those finances. And the third card for week 3 is the Six of Cups. And this is saying to me that by the end of week 3, you will have your finances in much better shape. You will feel more in control, and you'll be journeying towards maintaining that control. And that means you can lighten up a little bit. We've got the Six of Cups here. And you can lighten up and have a little bit more fun, because you're going to be in a better space to be able to do that once you have sorted out those finances. Week 4, the first card for week 4 is the King of Swords. So by the end of the month in Scorpio, you are going to feel more in charge of the plans that you've put in place financially. So as you can see from the cards, we're actually getting more of a financial reading for you for this month than any other area. And so by the time we get to week 4, you will be in charge of it all. You'll have it all under control. You'll know what your expenditure is. You'll know what your income is, and you will be successfully managing it. Card position 2 for week 4. This is going to open up some new opportunities of what you can do. Aces are about potential, big new opportunities. Wands are about entrepreneurship, taking action, using our will. So I feel that by getting your finances under control in the first 2 to 3 weeks of being the sun in Scorpio, you will have mastered your budget, your finances, and this is going to open up the way for you to take new actions around what you do with your money. And the third card for week 4 is the Empress reversed. Now the Empress, when it's upright, is a card of abundance. When it's reversed, it doesn't mean there's no abundance. It just means that it's more controlled, less growth. So this big new opportunity that will be coming your way in the 4th week is going to eat away into your finances a little bit, but not in a negative way. Remember, you have to give in order to receive. So overall, for the month of Sun in Scorpio, commencing 23rd of October, running through to about the 22nd of November, we see a week where you just start off with keeping to the usual, having a look at where you are sitting emotionally, and keeping things more contained, which will be easy with Scorpio energy. The second week, it is time to really look at the finances, balancing between what is going out and what is coming in, so that you can avoid being poorer off for that week. Then the third week, you're getting it under control, you're seeing the way forward, you're moving forward, and you can relax a little bit around the issue of finances. And by week 4, you'll have them well and truly in hand, which will bring you some new opportunities that you can carefully use to grow your money or to expend your money in a positive way, which will eat in a little bit, but it's not going to leave you like the poor old 5 of Pentacles over here. I do wish you a wonderful month of Sun in Scorpio. Until next time, namaste.